What's up, Suplex Rumble family? If you're watching this, you already know something massive just went down on Monday Night Raw, and the entire wrestling landscape has been turned completely upside down. I'm talking about Roman Reigns making his explosive return to Raw, but here's the twist that no one saw coming. Paul Heyman is out, and Rikishi, the WWE Hall of Famer and Roman's own family, is now standing beside the tribal chief as his new Wiseman. Before we break down every single detail of this game-changing moment, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because we're diving deep into what this means for the Bloodline, for Raw, and for the entire WWE universe. And drop a comment below telling me your honest reaction when you saw Rikishi step out alongside Roman. Let's get into it. The moment that stopped the world. So let's set the scene. Monday Night Raw is rolling along, we've got matches happening, storylines developing, and then suddenly the lights dim. That familiar music hits, and the crowd erupts. The tribal chief is back on Raw after months of speculation about where he'd show up next. Roman Reigns walks out with that championship presence, that unmatched aura that only he possesses. But something feels different. The fans are looking around, waiting for Paul Heyman to follow behind with the signature acknowledgement gesture. But Paul doesn't appear. Instead, the music shifts slightly, and out walks Rikishi, the WWE Hall of Famer, the legend who made us all remember to back that ass up. The man who raised Roman Reigns in this business, is now walking beside him as his new Wiseman. The crowd reaction. The arena went absolutely nuclear. You had fans jumping out of their seats, jaws dropping, phones coming out to capture this historic moment. This wasn't just a return, this was a complete reinvention of the tribal chief's presentation. Rikishi stood there, dressed sharply in an all-black suit that screamed authority and wisdom, looking every bit the part of someone who belongs at the top of the wrestling mountain. And the way Roman carried himself? Even more confident, even more assured, because now he has family in his corner, not just an advocate, but blood. Why this return matters. Roman coming to Raw is huge on its own. We're talking about the biggest star in professional wrestling potentially shaking up an entire brand. But the addition of Rikishi as his Wiseman? That's what transforms this from a simple brand appearance into a genuine paradigm shift. This signals that Roman is entering a new chapter, one rooted even deeper in his Samoan heritage, his family legacy, and the values that the Anoa'i dynasty represents in wrestling. The split we didn't see coming. Now, the elephant in the room, where is Paul Heyman, and why has he been replaced? For years, Paul Heyman has been the perfect mouthpiece for Roman Reigns. He's the special counsel, the Wiseman, the advocate who elevated Roman's promos and added layers to his character. Their partnership seemed unbreakable, built on loyalty and mutual benefit. But in wrestling, nothing lasts forever, and family always comes first. Possible reasons for the change. While WWE hasn't given us the full story yet, and you know we'll be getting those dramatic vignettes and explanations in the coming weeks, we can piece together some theories. Theory 1: Paul Heyman's loyalties have always been questioned. Remember his history with Brock Lesnar? There's always been this underlying tension about whether Paul was truly committed to Roman or if he was just serving his own interests. Maybe Roman finally decided he needed someone whose loyalty could never be questioned, his actual family. Theory 2: this could be about Roman leveling up. He's conquered everyone, he's held championships longer than almost anyone in modern history, and now he's returning to his roots to remind everyone that he doesn't just call himself the tribal chief, he's literally wrestling royalty. Theory 3: Rikishi brings something Paul never could, direct connection to the Anoa'i legacy. Rikishi was there, he trained Roman, he knows the family business inside and out. This isn't just about cutting promos, this is about Roman embracing his heritage at the highest level. What this means for Paul Heyman. Is Paul Heyman done with WWE? Is he going to show up somewhere else? Will he align with someone trying to take down Roman? The possibilities are endless, and this opens up so many storytelling opportunities. Paul Heyman is one of the greatest minds in wrestling history, so wherever he lands, you know it's going to be must-see television. Why Rikishi makes perfect sense. Let's talk about why Rikishi in this role is absolutely genius booking. First off, the family connection is undeniable. Rikishi isn't just some random manager or mouthpiece, he's Roman's elder, a legend in the Anoa'i family, and someone who has earned his place in WWE history. When Rikishi speaks, it carries the weight of generations of wrestling excellence. Second, Rikishi has experience at the main event level. This isn't someone learning on the job. He's been in the ring with The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and every major star you can name. He understands what it takes to operate at the highest level, and he can guide Roman with wisdom that only comes from lived experience. Third, the visual presentation is incredible. Imagine Roman Reigns walking to the ring with Rikishi beside him, two generations of Samoan greatness, representing family, tradition, and dominance. It's powerful imagery that instantly tells a story. What Rikishi brings to the table. Unlike Paul Heyman's fast-talking, used car salesman energy which we loved, by the way, Rikishi brings a different vibe. He's got that calm, measured authority. He doesn't need to yell or go on long rants. When Rikishi speaks, you listen because you respect the man and everything he represents. He can cut promos that emphasize family honor, respect, and the legacy of Samoan wrestling. This gives Roman's character even more depth and makes every feud feel more personal and meaningful. Plus, Rikishi has that natural charisma. The man is entertaining, he can connect with crowds, and he knows how to make moments feel special. He's not trying to replace Paul Heyman, he's bringing something completely different to the table. The dynamic we're about to see. Picture this: Roman stands in the ring, championship held high, while Rikishi stands behind him, arms crossed, nodding in approval. An opponent steps up to challenge, and before Roman even speaks, Rikishi steps forward and delivers a message about respect, about family, about what happens when you disrespect the tribal chief. Then Roman finishes them off with a Superman punch and a spear while Rikishi watches with pride. That's the bloodline gets even stronger. With Rikishi now in Roman's corner, the bloodline faction just became even more legitimate and powerful. Think about the potential here: Rikishi can be the voice of wisdom for the entire family. He can mediate conflicts between members, provide guidance, and ensure that everyone stays loyal to the tribal chief. He's the elder statesman who keeps the family united. Where are the Usos and Solo Sikoa? This raises interesting questions about the rest of the bloodline. GUSO has been doing his own thing on Raw, Jimmy USO has had his ups and downs with the group, and Solo Sikoa has been establishing himself as a force on SmackDown. Does Rikishi's arrival mean the family is coming back together under one banner? Will he try to reunite everyone under Roman's leadership? Or will there be family drama as different members have different opinions about the bloodline's direction? These are the storylines that can keep us invested for months. New challengers, new feuds. With Roman now on Raw with Rikishi beside him, who's going to step up to challenge the tribal chief? Seth Rollins? Drew McIntyre? Cody Rhodes if he moves brands? Or maybe someone completely unexpected? Every feud now has added stakes because challenging Roman means disrespecting not just him, but his family, his legacy, and a WWE Hall of Famer standing right there. That's heat that writes itself. Short-term predictions. In the immediate future, I think we're going to see Roman and Rikishi establish dominance on Raw. They'll probably address the WWE Universe in a segment where Rikishi explains why he's there and what his role will be. Expect him to talk about family, legacy, and why Roman deserves everyone's acknowledgement. We'll likely see some top Raw stars test the waters, maybe cut promos questioning whether Roman needs Rikishi or if this is a sign of weakness. Big mistake. That's when Roman and Rikishi prove exactly why this partnership makes the tribal chief more dangerous than ever. Long-term storyline possibilities. Looking ahead, I could see this building toward a massive WrestleMania storyline. Maybe Paul Heyman returns aligned with someone trying to dethrone Roman, leading to a mentor versus mentor battle where Rikishi and Heyman are both trying to guide their stars to victory. Or perhaps we get a full bloodline reunion at a major pay-per-view, with Rikishi bringing everyone back together for one massive statement to the wrestling world. There's also the possibility of Rikishi bringing in younger family members or trainees, expanding the bloodline faction even further and creating a true dynasty that dominates WWE for years to come. The bigger picture. This move shows that WWE is committed to long-term storytelling and honoring wrestling history. Bringing in Rikishi isn't just a nostalgic pop, it's meaningful character development for Roman Reigns that connects past, present, and future. That's the kind of booking that creates legendary moments. So there you have it, Suplex Rumble family. Roman Reigns is back, he's got Rikishi as his new Wiseman, and Monday Night Raw is about to be absolutely incredible. What do you think about this shocking development? Are you excited to see Rikishi in this role? Do you think Paul Heyman will return for revenge? And most importantly, who do you want to see challenge the tribal chief now that he's got family watching his back? Drop all your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash the like button, subscribe to Suplex Rumble for more wrestling content, and check out our other videos where we cover everything happening in the wrestling world. Until next time, keep acknowledging your tribal chief, and remember, in the